Your profession, name a company, job title, and what your duties are.
I am a general manager at a restaurant at the Mellow Mushroom restaurant in Gainesville, Georgia. My duties are to oversee all the operations that are going on in the restaurant.
Okay, what educational background is needed in order to perform this profession?
More than an educational background, great or a great experience in the restaurant industry is necessary to perform the duties that I perform.
Okay, do you speak Spanish in your job?
On occasion.
Okay, if not, would you use it if you could speak it?
I would, yes.
Okay. Would the use of Spanish in your profession benefit you or your business, and how?
Sure, it would. Speaking Spanish would allow me to communicate with a larger audience.
Okay. Do you distribute information about your profession in Spanish?
I do not.
If you spoke Spanish or speak Spanish, does this profession exist in a Spanish-speaking country?
Yes, restaurants are found throughout the world, and there are certainly many restaurants to be found in Spanish-speaking countries.
Would you consider it? Going to another country?
I would consider moving to another country to work in a restaurant.
If your profession allowed a stipend for bilingual employees, would you be willing to learn Spanish and use it in your profession?
Yes, I would.
How much of a stipend would you have to have it in order to pique your interest?
It's difficult to say. More than monetary compensation, I guess if the means were available for me to learn the language, I would use the resources and do what I could to learn that language.
Have you ever traveled outside the U.S.?
Yes.
Where?
To Colombia, South America, Honduras, and Central America, and Canada.
Did you have any encounters in which it would have been beneficial to speak another language?
For sure. Both in Colombia and Honduras, the native language is Spanish, and I feel that there are many situations where I would have not been able to communicate or get my point across had I not spoken Spanish. And even in Canada, the part where I visited had French as their native language, and it was easier for me to communicate with them in Spanish than it was in English.
In your opinion, what holds people back from learning another language?
I feel that most people are able to communicate in one language and don't ever develop the need to learn a second language.
At what point do you feel that learning a new language is a priority?
It is a priority if you want to expand the amount of people you're able to communicate with, or if you're ever placed in a situation where you don't speak the language that surrounds you.
Did you ever take a foreign language class in high school?
I did.
Which language?
Spanish.
What do you remember from the class?
I remember that, well, I spoke Spanish even though I took this class, and for those who didn't speak Spanish, I feel that it laid down a great foundation.
If you had to go back and take the class again, how would you approach it differently?
I would take it more seriously because although I speak Spanish fluently, there are certain aspects of the language, such as grammar, that I don't, or that I could do better in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.